What's up, you all? I'm back again. There's a lot going on, many news inside the helicopter simulation world, as well as many news inside Microsoft simulation world, Microsoft Flight Simulator world. We've got the new Microsoft Flight Simulator 2024 coming up, and we have a new release. Actually, we did have several new releases, but today I'm here to talk about the Cicaré for Microsoft Flight Simulator 2020. Well, this one has gotten me very kind of confused because at first I really appreciated, and then I kind of thought there was something wrong. But I suppose it's one of the best lightweight helicopters I've seen in Microsoft Flight Simulator. I can say it's very similar behavior to the R22 from Cohen, and I do mean similar within the differences of each aircraft. Of course, they will have different behavior, but I think they both have a very immersive simulation status. Anyway, let's get to the startup process. First of all, let's come with the battery here. And there goes the panel. I'm still kinda learning every day a little bit more about this aircraft. I know from some reason we have to push this thing. I suppose it is the fuel valve, but it's not quite kind of so correct, I guess. Well, anyway, let's come with the fuel pump, master battery, lane A, lane B, fuel pump 2 as well, and the navigation lights. Let's open the doors to take a look at this beautiful day in Portugal, and let's see what we got. Okay, we got a little bit of an issue here. I think perhaps I shouldn't have turned this thing on. Or it's an issue here again because I've been having a little bit of issue with this thing down here, this button here. Let me try again. And the battery twisting to the wrong side, but okay, right now we are spinning, and now we can turn this knob down here. Okay. We can now see that the rotor and engine RPM is raising. Check the knobs, everything looks good. I'm not quite sure why we don't have the generator 1 and 2. That's something odd. Now here they come. Let's turn on the governor. And that's another thing. That's another thing. The governor kind of works weirdly. So I haven't opened up all the throttle, and if I open the whole throttle, look what happens. The RPM start to raise like crazy, so I can't widely open the throttle while I haven't taken off. And this is what I have seen in this helicopter. I kind of have to manage the throttle a little bit. It's not fully operational. The governor is not a turn on the governor and just forget about it. There's some kind of sensitivity. Well, let's go. Let's try to come with a little bit of cyclic. always checking the RPM. The RPM is going down. I need to open up the throttle more, and I'm not quite sure why the RPM is so high, since we do have the governor that was supposed to be acting right now. And there goes RPM down. Let me raise the actually twist the throttle, and as I twist the throttle, we're able to gain some lift. But you see how the RPM is not in their correct place. Not quite sure if you can see there. It keeps going up and down, up and down. Now it's going up like crazy. I have opened up full throttle, and when I'm at cruising, starting to get some speed, I can open the throttle fully. I'm not quite sure why this happens. I really need to take a better look at the manual, but I suppose this is something expectable. This is something that we should expect, since this is a experimental helicopter. And Fascal says it is, I've read somewhere that it is approved by Cicaré, so they know what they're doing. And since we're talking about realism and what should and what should not be happening, I must say that this aircraft is a lot better than the Skylab's Cicaré for Microsoft Flight Simulator. Look, the birds. There are the birds. Why I'm saying that? Because the Skylab's Cicaré for X-Plane, I meant to say X-Plane. The Skylab's Cicaré for X-Plane doesn't have all this, let me say, gain interaction, I would say, between the rotor RPM and the engine RPM. We do have a very different kind of panel, which I have seen some videos of Cicaré, some outdated versions and updated versions, and none of them really seems to be similar to what we see in the Skylab's version for X-Plane, okay? So it really surprises me. It was a cheap aircraft and a very well done. Besides all this thing about the RPM, which I think it is supposed to happen, okay? I think we are supposed to manage a little bit of the throttle during takeoffs and landings, because the governor doesn't have all that authority, you know? Having said that, if you are a helicopter enthusiast like me, and you're always up for a good challenge, you will definitely appreciate this aircraft, as I'm doing, because it flies well, although it's always trying to kill you. You see, right now I have given too much collective or throttle, who knows, I don't know, and we have a situation where the RPM was ridiculously high. You could see the flashing light. It starts to flash when we are getting too much difference between rotor and engine RPM, and when we have a huge difference, it goes, or when we are way above the comfort zone, the speed we should, it starts to, it doesn't blink, it just stays on, and this means there's something wrong. So the aircraft is constantly trying to kill you. That's what I have to say. I can see this light blinking all the time while I'm flying it, and I really suppose this is something to expect. But who knows? If you have more information about the Cicaré, please say something down there at the comments. But anyway, I'm really appreciating it. Look how it spikes out of nowhere. Okay, I do have full throttle on. The throttle is fully open, but it wasn't supposed to spike that much. That's something similar to what happened in the first version of the R22, where out of nowhere the RPM uses to spike. Let's come to the landing here. That's great. There's a airplane inside the bloody helipad zone. So let's just come to the land here, and there goes the RPM spiking like hell. Okay, not easy at all. Ground effect kicking hard, but we are down. And as you could see, we had the throttle fully open and the engine and rotor RPM spiking a lot. Well, anyway, that's it for today. I can turn the governor off and twist is a better word. Twist the throttle, coming to the stop of the engine. And now all we have to do is turn the knobs off. Now turn off the main battery, and I suppose that's it for today, folks. There was a Cicaré experimental helicopter.